Hi, I'm Kate Spiller. I'm from the Connected Communities project in Swansea University. I currently sit in the research hub for arts and humanities and law, but the project we're talking about, Connected Communities, is an interdisciplinary project across different universities, different communities across the Swansea Valley, and I've co-managed it now for 3 years. So our project is quite unique, really. Even though we are a project in terms of Connected Communities' larger scheme that runs right across the UK, the way we've come about, the way the project was designed, is quite different. We've taken a different form as well that other Connected Communities projects right across the UK haven't taken. So we came about out of the Harvard Morva Copperworks project, which is an industrial archaeological site in the lower Swansea Valley. That's a collaborative partnership between Swansea University, Swansea Council and CADU, and has European funding as well. That site demanded community engagement from day one. It had to be a product and a collaborative effort from the community and the university and the council in order for the site to work, because it's being reinvented, reopened, reused as a heritage site, as a site for community engagement, as a site for artistic activity and commerce. It's going to very much be the new beating heart of the lower Swansea Valley. So the Harvard needed input from the community, and one of the ways, not the only way, but one of the ways we've done that is design the Connected Communities project. So it was led by Professor Hugh Bowen, who's the principal investigator at the Harvard Morva Copperworks. He designed the Connected Communities programme for Swansea University. It was an AHRC, Arts Humanities Research Council bid opportunity for all researchers across the UK that wanted to engage with communities, and Professor Bowen took the opportunity when he saw the call, thought it fitted very well with what we needed at the Harvard, and decided that he was going to apply to Arts Humanities Research Council for funding. Thankfully he got it. We didn't get a huge amount of money. We got, I think, £40,000 in the first call, but what that enabled us to do was start the activities of engaging with the community, co-designing research activities with the community, using the money that the AHRC provided us with to employ myself, to get student volunteers working with us, to provide Hugh Bowen with time on the project as well. So it gave us the time to go out there, look at community research as a way of informing the Harvard Morva Copperworks site. We quickly realised that the community didn't just want to focus on the Harvard, that they wanted to focus on their own community heritage, and that went from the Gower all the way up to the upper Swansea Valley. So Hugh and I estimated that we might have 2 community projects in maybe an 18-month period. We actually ended up with 15, 2 of which focused on the Harvard and the rest didn't. But that was fine, because that meant that we had lots of community research projects all on the go at the same time. And any time we wanted impact at the Harvard, or insight at the Harvard, or community agenda information of how we thought, what they thought we were doing at the Harvard, they were right there working with us. The connections had already been made. The parties and the research activities always took place at the Harvard and continue to do so. So it's brought life and academic inquiry and community activity to the Harvard Morva Copperworks site. But it's also meant that Swansea University has existed in the community for years, yes, but now it really exists in the community, because we travel up and down the community holding activities and research projects together, which is so valuable. So valuable. Not easy at all, but really, really valuable. So the community groups that we work with, they are really different, diverse, fascinating individuals to work with, and they all wanted to work with us at Swansea University. As soon as we made contact with them and we said, look, we've got pots of money, AHRC have been kind enough to support our activity agenda, Heritage Lottery Fund have got opportunities for you guys to apply for money to work with us, so now we're funded, you guys can get some funds too. There was definitely a desire to work with us, which was fantastic. So the minute we put forward to individuals in the community, groups that we knew were kind of interested in history and heritage and archaeology and all that good stuff, they came forward in droves. You know, it wasn't a huge challenge, even though I spent a lot of time going up and down the Swansea Valley. Once the call went out to say, we as researchers and academics want to work with you, tell us your ideas, the ideas just came fast and furious, and it was kind of a challenge to decide how we were going to devise things. But the Connected Communities model is unique in that we have heritage partners standing behind us. So as researchers, we can say, we've got Traboth History Society. They're up the Swansea Valley. They want to do the history of Daniel James, who is a famous bard who wrote Calon Lan. We need a historian. Well, we've got loads in the wings. We need your community knowledge and museum expertise to access or produce an exhibition, which we did. We wanted archivists and librarians to help the community access the materials, which are just here, and they did. And the community expertise and knowledge put us to shame. As academics and researchers and managers, we were just blown away. So once the funding was there from AHRC, Heritage Lottery, once we all came together, the community projects were just fast and furious coming in, and we haven't stopped. It's, I think, 3 years down the line now, and we're still taking demand that we didn't see come in. But the other thing to point out is the impact of the research and how we promote such a unique research model, because it doesn't sit with typical research. It isn't something that you would just write in an academic journal, stick on a shelf, and then the academic community would learn from, because only the academics would access it in that respect. We'd needed platforms for research to make real impact and real difference. So we went to our heritage partners and we said, right, we've got all this wonderful community knowledge that we're sharing, and we're producing things like school plays, exhibitions, DVDs, school packs, collaborative activities together on history and heritage. How do we get that out? How do we share it? And the common theme was, let's produce materials that are accessible to everybody. So if we did a play, which we did with Mae'r School up the valleys, we got a local media company to film it. We got Richard Burton Archives to produce the materials for the play. Then that DVD went online on YouTube, which meant the kids kind of had a little bit of stardom online. We produced the actual DVDs, put them in the Swansea University Library. They're with all our partners. So every single heritage partner that we worked with has got a copy. The community libraries have got a copy. The academics have got a copy. The kiddies took them home, which was fantastic. And that was the kind of formula we used. So instead of saying, we've done it now, there was a play and it was all great and it's finished, the school packs were used by the children, are still used by the children. So the research is embedded. It's not going to end. Those DVDs, those school packs, the exhibitions, the materials that we took from the archives, they keep going. They haven't just got one use and one read and you're done. They're digital, they're interactive, they're reusable. They're not traditional academic outputs, but I think that's kind of cool, because it wouldn't work in this instance. So the impact is there, the legacy's there, and the templates which we've used can be reused to make new school packs and new curriculum relevant activities and new plays and new wonderful community initiatives, and it'll just keep going.